Hey guys, how's it going? It's Robin here. Thanks for joining me on my channel today. So, I want to talk about some reasons why you might be attracting negative people, even though you have cleansed your timeline, you have risen in your spiritual journey, you feel like you have a good heart and you're doing the right thing, but still somehow you're attracting people that are not very nice. They're just not a good match for you energetically, and you might be getting mean comments if you're the type of person that is a social media influencer. You're not doing anything wrong. You maybe just need a couple of tweaks in what you're doing. So I'll talk about some of the reasons why you could be attracting negative people and circumstances into your life, and how you can change that so that you can breathe a sigh of relief and not think, oh, not them again. Here we go again. So guys, we're going to talk about the first thing that you could be attracting negative people or people in need of healing is because you're a natural healer, right? Especially as a member of the divinity community, especially if you're an empath. I mean, it's basically your job here on earth to be a healer for people and animals. If you're a starseed or a light worker, you're a healer. You're here to help heal the planet and people and raise the vibration. So of course you're going to be attracting situations, scenarios, and people that they're damaged. Okay, so you're not doing anything wrong. I really want to recommend that you guys do some sort of a healing, like of your own, do some shielding and maybe carry some crystals. Okay, so you're gonna have to really start enforcing boundaries when it comes to situations and people, and just say, this is not for me. It's not your responsibility to heal every individual that crosses your path. You probably have people coming up to you and telling you their life story, and just really gushing out towards you. And you're going to have to be strong enough to say, hey, I'm sorry. Like, I'm in a rush. I have an appointment. I can't listen to this again, or whatever it is. I really start enforcing your boundaries. And as a natural born healer, this is probably going to be very challenging for you to do this. So make sure you remind yourself every day what you have time and space for. Because empaths and members of the divinity community, we need a lot of time alone to recharge. And if you're constantly being bombarded, it's time to really do something about it, okay? Another reason that people are coming in and taking up your precious space and time and energy is because you might not like confrontation. Like when you tell people, hey, I don't really, I don't want to hear this. I don't care anymore. I've heard this too many times, or I don't have time for this friendship, or whatever reason you're going to give them. You might really be afraid of what the backlash is going to be from that person. Okay, so something about people that you will find out is how much they respect your time and energy by the boundaries you put in place. Okay, so I'll give you guys a quick example. I had a friend it was years ago. She was calling me every night, and it was like 2 hours of her venting. And it was the same story every single night, every night. And I couldn't get a word in edgewise. She wasn't calling me for advice. And I just finally said, hey, listen, I'm sorry. I can't do this with you every night. I really have my own struggles, and I'm sorry, but there's some things that you're just going to have to handle on your own. And she was very hurt, but I was like, at least I have the space. The next night she didn't phone, and it was so nice. And 2 hours is a long time to spend, or you could put a boundary in and say, listen, I'll have this conversation with you. I'll try to work through a situation with you, but it can only be when I'm ready for it. You can't just come in and aimlessly bombard me with all this stuff, because it really is damaging to your aura. It can really break your heart to listen to people's negative stories all the time. I just saw angel number 444, which is really nice because you are protected by your angels in situations like this. And if somebody is going to have the bad behavior to flip out on you for enforcing a boundary, that's a really good indication that you should probably wean them out of your life or block them. It really depends on how extreme people get in their retaliation to you enforcing a healthy boundary for your life, okay? Extreme loyalty can come into play too. Like you could think, well, I've known this person for 20 years. They're a member of my family. You could be sort of blindly loyal towards people and not want to turn them away. But I think when people are constantly using healers in the healing community as a sounding board, I think it's taking advantage, okay? So again, healthy boundaries, you guys. You really want to question your loyalty. Is this a healthy relationship for you? Is it benefiting you, or is it really just draining all of your energetic resources and making you like your head spin, okay? Like, why are you loyal to that situation? You can be loyal to a person, you guys, without being loyal to the trauma and the damage that they are putting you through. So really take a look at the reasons why, especially it's going to be somebody close to you that takes advantage of boundaries and takes advantage of your loyalty. This person that is coming in constantly that you are friends with or whatever your connection is, they could be a gaslighter. They could be an energy vampire and really just using you to recharge your batteries. So their batteries. So meanwhile, you're being this loyal person, but they could be victimizing you. So you've got to be really careful, okay? Because loyalty is not always a good thing when it comes to people that take advantage of you that way, okay? So, this one is really interesting here too that I wrote down, is that you might be attracting people that represent the healing that you need to take place in your own life, okay? So you really want to think about that. If that person is really causing a certain amount of friction, you could see like a comment or a statement on social media that really fires you up and you could get really angry about it. That's a trigger, okay? So you got to pay attention to who is bringing these triggering energies into your life. And depending on how extreme your reaction could be, you have to do something about it, okay? Just if you keep on meeting the same type of person with the same situation and they're coming to you for healing, it could be the angel's way of saying, listen, you need to pay attention to this on your own, on yourself, and look inward and heal that part of you. And hopefully that'll start sort of keeping away that particular type of person. But I know I have a lot of friends that are empaths and they're constantly attracting this type of person in. So really look at what you need to heal in yourself. Like really start enforcing boundaries. Really start looking at why you're loyal to certain people, okay? So, and sometimes we get really, really negative reactions when we're out in public as beings of like healing force and power, right? Again, empath, starseeds, light workers. You could be attracting negativity just because of the source of your own light. So you're going to have to sort of rise above that. So let me know if this ever happens to you guys, that you're minding your business, you're running your errands, maybe you're at the grocery store or whatever, and you can see people sort of looking at you in a disapproving way. And this is because your light is irritating their demons, and they might have some sort of a reaction by saying something that is not very nice or pleasant, or giving you the death stare, making some sort of a hideous face at you. It's because they have not gone through their journey of the dark night of the soul. They haven't gone through the hermit mode where they can heal their dark shadows and stuff like that. So when you're coming in as a healer and being healed, this is going to really attract people that they're damaged and they're not going to approve of you, and you might not know why. Like, I find I get that one quite a bit, but I just don't even look at other people really unless I sense that they're like kind of on the same energetic level. And if people aren't healed enough to meet me where I am, I just let them go on their way. Okay. And it's taken me a long time to be able to develop the thick enough skin to not let people's comments bother me. I put boundaries in place pretty quickly. I do question my loyalty to people because sometimes people grow up in environments where, they're taken advantage of or they don't have a voice. Okay. This could be something else that's going on if you're not expressing your need for space when it comes to attracting negative people and situations. You could maybe want to work on your throat chakra a little bit so that you'll have the ability to stand up for yourself. If you guys were in a situation when you were growing up or you had a relationship that was abusive, where anytime you stood up for yourself, there was some sort of like a backlash, either physical, emotional, or intellectual, that is really going to cause a problem in your everyday life when it comes to telling people you're going too far. I'm not having this conversation. I really appreciate you as a person, but this is crossing a line for me and I would like you to respect that. So there's a lot of really deep reasons that you could be attracting people in that are just in their darkness, and they just want to take it all out on you. So it's definitely not your fault. It's a matter of all these circumstances that I've listed and situations. And it's definitely something that you can work on so that you can put up barriers when it comes to people. And it might sound really selfish, especially if you're a giving type of person, but sometimes you have to really protect yourself from the negativity that is going on out there. Otherwise, you're going to slide back down into a place that you don't want to be in, and your own healing and your own light is put at risk. So I really want you guys to be careful when it comes to people in your life, just zapping your energy. That should always be a sign of whether a person is good for you or not. How do you feel when you leave their presence or the conversation is over? Do you feel drained and like you want to cry? Or do you feel like, oh man, that was so nice, I can't wait to talk to them again? So that's a good indication of where you should put your boundary. Yes, you can come talk to me again because I felt good after our interaction. Or yeah, I'm going to think twice about ever speaking to that person again or putting limiting boundaries on how much access they have to you. So I really hope this helps you guys on your journey. And, you're not a bad person for attracting negative people. You might just want to try a few of these strategies. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up and I will see you guys really soon, and take care. Stay blessed, guys. Stay blessed. Okay, bye.